It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And the Suns, lots of intriguing young talent. You can see what they're trying to build there in Phoenix, but Kenny, you wonder when it's going to translate into more wins.
Well, they're caught in a playoff drought. The Eric Bledsoe trade really didn't bring back enough to work with. That's what I think, Ernie.
Well, Devin Booker is tremendous. I think he's a guy you can build around. See, the Suns have the young talent to succeed, but do they have the overall vision?
They miss you, is what they miss, Shaq.
I never played for the Suns.
Who was that then?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There was a 32. Guy
I
looks
said
like
be quiet.
Okay.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we
But
get set for tip.
He had 32 on. It was the same guy.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Nuggets in Denver. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all know that Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach, has a great way with his players. He said they see through all the BS. They've got to know that you're in charge and know what you're talking about. But in the end, it's about them. Kevin?
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. Maybe it's no longer a surprise. A couple rookies, Doris, who we thought would take some time to develop, are already contributing.
It's no question about it, and more rookies are being asked to play a larger role in their particular teams. And I think what you have to be struck by is the fact that we're not talking about 21 and 22-year-old rookies anymore, Kevin. We're talking about guys that have very limited collegiate experience, and yet everyone wants an immediate return. And I think it's nothing more than a sign of the times. Guys are dreaming about the NBA from the time they first pick up a ball, and what we get is the result of that.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Ryan Anderson out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Ayton in at the center position. Anderson a screen on Durant. Just 5 to shoot. A baseline J. Warren, good. Warren's got his team on the board to start the game for the Suns.
Well, this guy loves to take advantage of mid-range shots. T.J. Warren in his comfort zone there.
Durant kicks to Thompson. Up and in on the layup.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
And it's the Suns with the ball after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Anderson outside. Thompson against Booker. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
And it's Durant missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Off target from outside. And here's Golden State. The drive by Cousins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Cousins. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Now here's Ayton. Outside Warren. Goes back up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And you see the raw talent Ayton has. An intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
He misses the free throw.
Well, back-to-back titles for the Golden State Warriors since the arrival of Kevin Durant. You think about the Western Conference Finals a year ago, the Rockets gave them a run for their money, but no one able to impede the progress of this championship procession.
And he's good on the second. And through last season, the Warriors boasting the most wins of any team, Doris, over a 5-year span in NBA history.
They are simply shattering records for wins left and right, and if they keep this core together, there's no sign that this is going to slow down anytime soon.
Stolen by Warren. Booker against Thompson. Here's Warren. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, they wanted to hit the ground running today, but it hasn't happened. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
But, Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Here is Anderson after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Ayton off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Curry passes to Thompson. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Pass to Warren. Anderson the screen. Warren dishes to Anderson. Green with the block.
Well, let's remember a former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, sending it back.
The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Thompson. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Count that one.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
They set the pick. Okobo. Green with the block. Right side Curry. No good on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Okobo guarded by Curry. Anderson, a screen on Curry. Lock at 6. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
On the wing, Thompson. Over Booker. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 8 points.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way. And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Green. Great showing for him last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but, you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
Here's Curry after the Suns pick up 2. Screen by Cousins. Out to Thompson. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Thompson. Durant's got his first points of the game.
Really, there's nothing else you can do. Durant is just that good, especially that close to the rim.
Anderson outside. Inside. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Green. Anderson with the block. To the paint. And stolen by Cousins. It's Thompson off the drive. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Okobo guarded by Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
It's deflected.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Curry fires from way outside. And it's off from 3-point range.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Okobo guarded by Curry. Stolen by Durant. Here's Cousins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. And here are the Warriors now. The Suns getting the bucket. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his 2nd foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Jackson's checked in. Now, here's Jerebko. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Cannon kicks to Jackson. Over Jerebko. Jackson misses. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Evans over Daniels. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Pass to Cannon. The tray. Rebounded by Urebko. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And stolen by Ariza. Here's Jackson. 2 points. That one goes. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Iguodala, the pass to Urebko. Now Livingston. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Iguodala, no good. Suns trail by 3. Unloads from 13. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, if you can be efficient, you want to work that mid-range jumper into your game. Josh Jackson does it there.
There's the screen. Down low, hangs in the air, and it's Evans laying it in. And the Warriors lead by 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, Phoenix shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Cannon kicks to Ariza. Holmes, that's a screen. Ariza no luck.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Iguodala. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Bell with the block.
Well, you've got that length and athleticism. Put it to good use, Jordan Bell.
Here's Urebko. No good from outside. Suns trail by 3. Ariza outside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Passes to Jackson. It's stolen by Bell.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Phoenix.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
A free throw drops for Bell. Doris, with Jordan Bell comes a highlight reel dunk waiting to happen.
You never know what could happen in transition with the tremendously athletic Jordan Bell. This guy's a high flyer, big-time fan favorite, and I love that despite the flash in his game, this guy is a grounded, high-character individual.
And so Bell nails both of them.
And Bell is on a mission to show how special he can be. An athletic, energetic forward who plays with a real passion. I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
1:53 left here in the opening quarter. Iguodala kicks to Bell. Now here's Livingston, guarded closer. Iguodala no good. Suns trail by 5. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Livingston, and it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Evans, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
And both free throws good for Evans. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Here's Cannon. He's covered by Livingston. There's the pick. Ariza passes to Daniels. Holmes, that's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Jackson. Daniels gets to Ariza. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Such an accurate shooter off the pass. Ariza, a quick thinker who knows he can score in those situations.
Now here's Livingston. Pass to Evans.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Suns trail by 7. The shot and game clock separated by 4. They set the pick. Here's Cannon. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Evans goes in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Evans has got 6.
What a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. Steph Curry talks about what makes Coach Steve Kerr so unique as they balance winning with the big picture.
He genuinely cares about, what's going on in our lives and our families, and basketball-wise, I think he's really opened my eyes to the perspective of just how you run a team, but that life is obviously a lot bigger than basketball. There's a nice little, marriage of those two that you can enjoy along the way in the process of what we do.
That's a good way of putting it, isn't it? At the end of the day, life is bigger than basketball.
And Steve Kerr shows that. I mean, he cares about his players, his staff. Beyond that, he cares about the country and the world around him.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, they have smothered every opportunity, it feels like. The other team has got to be nervous on field goal attempts.
They've got Evans. Bell is out there with Yarebko. And there's Iguodala. And it's Livingston in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league. And he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. That free throw good from Trevor Ariza. And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, two in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those two men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
The shot's good from Jerebko.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Cannon, the pass to Daniels. Iguodala against Ariza. Pass to Daniels. Holmes, that's a screen. Daniels kicks to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 12. There's a screen. Evans dishes to Bell. It's deflected. There's Jackson with the three. And no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Bell passes to Iguodala. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his third foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Warren comes in for Josh Jackson. And it's Booker in for Isaiah Cannon. Suns trail by 12. And Booker kicks to Daniels. Back to Booker. Dishes it to Daniels. Booker with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ariza. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Curry against Booker. Curry attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Timeout call, the Suns. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
We know whichever team makes the best adjustments on the fly will have the best chance of emerging victorious in this first meeting.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Bell. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
His 4th giveaway tonight. Just another loss of concentration. I don't know what's going on with him.
Warriors leading by 12. Curry kicks to Cousins. Back to Curry. Phoenix grabs the miss.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
A nice shot by Anderson.
I'll tell you, unless someone gets a hand to it, it's hard to miss the mark from that close range.
Passes it to Durant. Now here's Curry. He's guarded close. Green, the screen. Cousins, no good.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Goes up the baseline. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. For 3, Durant. And again, no good by Golden State.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Now the dish to Warren. He kicks it to Anderson. It's stolen by Green. There's the pass to Durant. To the inside. Here's Cousins. Got a piece of it. Booker against Thompson. Booker inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it goes on Draymond Green. Doris, when you think about Devin Booker, you have to think about the 70 points he dropped on the Celtics that one night.
Woo, what a special evening that was, Kevin. Most points ever for a Phoenix Suns player. Most points ever scored against the Celtics. More than Wilt Chamberlain. Think about that, Kev.
No good on that one.
And guys, Devin Booker getting great praise from some big-time players. Kyrie Irving says he raises his game to another level against high-level teams. Now he needs consistency, gentlemen.
And he sinks the second. And of course, Booker put 70 on the Celtics one evening. That obviously made quite an impression.
Well, I remember Jaylen Brown saying he doesn't have a conscience. He can shoot it with no remorse. He has a green light, and that's what makes it tough. Sounds like he had to guard him that night.
Now here's Curry. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Now Warren, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley, entering his 2nd decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back 9 of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
Free throw good, Booker.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Both free throws good from Booker.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the 3. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
Suns trail by 11. Kicks it to Warren. Anderson, a screen on Durant. Here's Warren, and it's Durant with the rebound. And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and losing. 3 trips to the Western Conference Finals, and if not for a few bad bounces and untimely suspensions, who knows what we'd be talking about. Oh boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a 3rd foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
Cousins, the pass to Durant. Shoots a fader. Bank shot, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Now here's Booker. 23 points for him the last game against Denver.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Here's Curry. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Green, the screen. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Curry with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And the layup is good. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Phoenix calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 5th, Kevin Durant.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Poked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
Pass to Anderson.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
For Phoenix, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
That free throw good from Anderson.
Well, Steve Kerr has talked about the emotional and spiritual fatigue that can set in for a Warriors team that has now played in 4 straight finals. And remember, Steve Kerr knows a thing or two about this from his years with the Chicago Bulls. They simply have to fight through it.
The wide open look for Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. To the left side wing. Here's the screen. Ayton dishes to Anderson. Over Green. And again, it's the Suns missing. Warriors leading by 12. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Durant against Warren. To the inside. And stolen by Cousins. Green kicks to Curry. Pass to Cousins. Golden State moving it around. To the middle. And stolen by Ayton. Booker outside. Okobo. Cousins pulls it in. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, there's certain guys where the area of expertise is from long distance. Klay Thompson doing work.
Out to the wing. Ayton with it. Outside Warren. Just 5 to shoot. The 10-footer. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jerebko's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry. Now here's Livingston. 6 points for him. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Thompson.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Now here's Thompson. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And even 3-on-3 break. And here's Booker. He has 5. Passes to Cannon. Now here's Holmes. He's covered by Livingston. Shot to stop the drought. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
Evans, he's checked in for Kevin Durant.
One shot, find the lanes. Are you in there?
Warriors leading by 12. Screen by Cousins. Livingston passes to Evans. He kicks it to Cousins. Clock at 6. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Cousins. Evans has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's not a bad plan of action right there, guys. Attack the defense in the low post.
Down low. Back to Cannon. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Nice D from Cousins.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now Livingston. He's got 6. Back to Thompson. And the pass to Evans. Jerebko the screen. Evans kicks to Thompson. Here's Livingston. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Livingston's got 8 points.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
Ayton at the elbow. Over Cousins, and that one's good, Ayton. 5 points in the game.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
Now here's Livingston. He's got 8. Evans dishes to Livingston. Thompson in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Here's Jerebko, and the shot goes down. Jerebko's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's Jackson with the 3. Suns with the new shot clock. And here's Booker from the arc. Evans with some nice D. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. Here's Jerebko. Fires the 3. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Cannon the pass to Holmes. On the wing, Booker lets it fly from 18. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Evans outside. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, we've been watching Klay Thompson for a while now. He's a guy who's unselfish, and he's willing to defer, but when he's feeling it, he knows it's time to take over. His jump shot is pretty much the definition of repeatable motion, and that's what we saw in the first half, him repeatedly sinking shots.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd period.
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
Warriors leading by 21. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Suns, Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Anderson is out there with Ayton, and it's Warren in at the 3 slot. Well, Phoenix shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Pass to Booker over Thompson. Misses off the right iron.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Now here's Booker. Warren kicks to Booker. Pass to Anderson. Just 4 to shoot. Warren on the wing. Over Durant. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense. If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
Draymond Green obviously gives you a lot of things, Doris, but what really jumps out on the stat sheet are the assists he picks up.
I think Draymond Green would tell you that it's helpful to have terrific scorers around you, but what this young guy does have is incredible vision, an unselfish and focused mindset. Draymond Green is an asset to any organization.
And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Golden State on D. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
The drive by Booker. Green with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. That 3 off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Okobo softly drops in the floater. He's got 6.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
Here's Curry. True on the 14-footer.
Well, you love to watch Stephen Curry work from all over the floor. That textbook release, whether it's from 3 or in this case, the mid-range.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Anderson against Green. Anderson can't get it to go.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Shoots from the baseline. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. That's now 8 points for Steph Curry.
I'll tell you, it is a thing of beauty watching Steph Curry shoot jumpers. An unbelievable feel and touch.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Well, pretty amazing to have a collection of shooters like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant all together on the same team. We're talking about 3 of the league's best shooters ever in the history of the league. People try to rank these guys against each other, guys.
And checking out some stats for Booker. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 25 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
Now here's Ayton. 5 points in the game. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Suns now. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ayton's got 7 points in the game. Well, if you go by Andre Iguodala, he once called Klay Thompson the best shooter on the planet.
Well, if there's a player that should know, Andre Iguodala would be there. He's had to defend the primary scorers across the NBA, and I'm sure he and Klay have gone at it in practice. And there's no doubt, guys, Klay is spectacular. He has many, many great years ahead of him, provided his health stays good.
That's good from Green.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Now here's Ayton. 7 points in the game. 5 on the clock. Anderson's shot is off. Here's Golden State. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Count it. Good. He's got 10. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm. And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Durant. Three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the wide-open shot from Warren gets the three-pointer to fall. Warren's got his second basket of the night.
Well, T.J. Warren, the catch-and-shoot jumper is pure.
Now here's Curry. Not a lot of room. Jumper off the screen. And that one hits back iron. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Curry passes to Durant. Cousins with a screen on Warren. Durant. And that one goes long. The Suns have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Ayton in the corner. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Thompson puts up a deep three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Okobo guarded by Curry. And here's Anderson from the arc. That one's not going to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Green inside. He's against Anderson. The shot, no good. Durant with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the Warriors with some changes. Bell is checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Phoenix. Troy Daniels comes in for Devin Booker. Kicks to Daniels. Anderson the screen. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. He had a nice open look right there. He's got 8.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Curry passes to Livingston. To end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in. Livingston's got 10 points in the game. The Suns have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Ariza outside. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by Curry. Pushing it up. And here's Iguodala outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Iguodala's got his second basket.
Well, Kev, we know Andre Iguodala has proven himself a capable three-point shooter. You've got to show him a measure of respect.
Passes it to Ariza. Inside. Anderson in the post, defended by Bell. Ariza with the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Livingston. That three off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Warren. You can't get that one. Great D that time from Green. Curry dishes to Livingston. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And the Suns miss again. Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. The Suns front office have said it's time to raise the bar. Doris, the rebuild can go on only so long. They don't want a losing mentality to set in.
Well, we've heard this before, Kevin, right? The open letter to fans in 2016 promising to turn it around. But in the end, it's not about words, it's about wins.
That's good from Green. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Well, the Phoenix Suns guys have missed the playoffs for 8 straight seasons. That continues the longest playoff drought in franchise history.
Here is Daniels. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Warriors shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And before this drought, the Suns had missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons since the 1980s.
Well, remember, this was a very proud franchise, historically one of the league's best regular season records. Fans are so hoping they can get back on a winning track.
That's good from Evans.
You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
And both free throws good for Evans. And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And the basket by Jackson.
You've got to be assertive in catch-and-shoot situations. Josh Jackson, aggressive on the catch there. Really nice.
Livingston kicks to Evans. Now the pass to Bell. Banked in off the glass. Bell's got 4 points this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, you have to expand your game if you're going to be effective in the NBA. And Mr. Jackson knocking down the triple. Okay.
Now here's Livingston. Defense is right there. Iguodala wide open. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Iguodala's got 8 points. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Holmes, that's a screen. In the corner, Daniels. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
One shot. One shot.
Well, think about Sean Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months. Or maybe I should say baby who could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6, kind of a prodigy, guys.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. They set the pick. Cannon, the pass to Ariza. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And you look at Livingston in high school, 5-star recruit, and already a fan favorite because of the way he played.
Well, Sean Livingston is an unbelievable passer. He's got great court sense. He's a perfect leadership presence in the locker room. And think about his story, the gruesome injury that certainly took a toll on his career, but the ability to fight back and make yourself an integral part of a team that has now won multiple championships. You talk about great talent, but even tougher mentality.
That free throw good from Evans.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And both free throws good for Evans.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition.
Now here's Ariza. 9 points in the game so far. He gets it in there. Ariza's got 11 points.
And gliding to the rim there. Ariza looking graceful on that move.
Livingston kicks to Evans. Here is Bell. 6 points for him. Yes, that goes in. And it's the Suns with the ball. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. It's stolen by Livingston. Jerebko, the pass to Livingston. He kicks it to Evans. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh!
Goodness.
Wow. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Cook out there with Evans. Then it's Jones. Then there's Jerebko, and it's Looney in at the 4. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's Cannon. Clock at 6. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Bender, no good. The Warriors shooting at 51%. Really solid. Evans passes to Jones. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Sun shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Chandler a screen. Here's Cannon. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know what Isaiah Cannon can give you, Doris? Able to eat up some minutes and especially dangerous when that shot is hitting.
Right. This is not a guy who's necessarily a great percentage shooter. He's almost equally good 2 or 3-point range, but a tremendous free throw shooter. So he's carved out a nice role for himself in this league.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after the miss from Tyson Chandler. Here is Cook. Bender with the rebound. It's tipped. Now here's Jackson, defended by Jerebko. 14 feet away, and again it's the Suns missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. In the corner, Cook with it. Evans trying to get open. Cook, good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Suns have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Wednesday, they'll head back home to take on the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Cannon. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver, who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Lobbed up there for Evans. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Bender. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Now, here's Jerebko. Looney kicks to Jerebko. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Cannon, the pass to Bender. There's the pick. A beautiful reverse layup.
But Bender's size, boy, he gets to the rim in no time. Outstanding agility from the big man.
Cook kicks it to Looney. Evans against Bridges. Jerebko the screen. And it's Evans missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Bender, and Bender throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you, he is showing strides in improving the passing aspect of his game. Josh Jackson, pretty look there.
And it's Evans in the corner. That's to Jerebko. Here's Looney. And he banks in the layup.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Suns have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Down low, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. Here is Cook. Screen by Jones. Three-pointer. And another 3 for Golden State.
And weak rotation defensively. This is not a guy you want to leave open when you're trying to stay in the game.
Now, the defense just not in sync there, right? You've got to do a better job communicating.
The G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
You know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
Now here's Curry. He dishes it to Cook. 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. We talk about positionless basketball. Swingmen very much in demand. Players who go, you know, Doris, around 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", who can do a little bit of everything.
Well, I think if you look at an organization like the Boston Celtics, who seems to have put its roster very much in mind, together with the idea that you've got to have switchability almost across the board. The Jason Tatum, the Jaylen Brown fit into that description absolutely perfectly. Long, athletic, can guard multiple positions. Switching screens has become such an integral part of NBA defenses, Kevin, that the idea of versatility is valued on both ends.
Now here's Bender. After T.J. Warren's miss, Chandler with a screen for Warren. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
You can see that T.J. Warren has no problem playing through contact or around multiple bodies. How about the power?
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Warriors.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
No good from Durant.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Bridges shot. Good. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Curry with it. Pass to Cook. Kicks to Durant. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's good on the way in.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Passes to Warren. With the teardrop. Okobo, guarded by Curry. Back to Warren. They set the pick. Chandler dishes to Bridges. Over Cook. Chandler, the pass to Bridges. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. He kicks it to Chandler. The pass to Bridges. Tries yet again. He lays it in. Bridges has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside Durant for the three. Good on the triple.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The Suns have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Chandler outside. Now here's Bridges. Defense right on him. 6 on the shot clock. Chandler with the screen on Curry. Chandler's shot good.
Well, he is lethal attacking the rim, particularly in those pick and rolls. Tyson Chandler still has juice.
Curry kicks to Durant. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice. Here's Curry following the score by Phoenix. Outside, Jones. Chandler with the steal. Okobo guarded by Curry. Curry with the defensive effort.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Well, you love how the ball is popping outside on the perimeter. It's being moved and finding the open man, and they're cashing in.
Yeah, and the dunking skills of Bender are very impressive. He makes it look relatively simple when he's near the hoop.
Curry, and it's Golden State with another.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Let's remember, back in 2001, Tyson Chandler was picked 2nd overall. You love that he won a title with the Mavericks as the starting center. And how about the longevity? Really impressive.
And when you think about Chandler, tremendous high school player in Compton, California, but initially grew up on a farm.
Yeah, young Tyson milking cows, slopping pigs, cultivating crops. How about he's nearly 6 feet tall at age 9, and once he got to the city, he became one of the more storied high school players in the LA area, and then goes on to do great things in the pros. What a story, what a journey.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bell is checked in for Damian Jones. Urebko comes in for Looney, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Draymond Green.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Now, here's Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. The point guard, force them into different situations, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time